What's up, guys? I am so excited to be with you on day 2 of What to Do When You Don't Know What to Do daily devotional series. I think this is a well timed out series of talking about how we deal with things and that kind of stuff and what's the next step. So, today we're going to start with our scripture. Our scripture today is James 1:19. Dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen and slow to speak and slow to become angry. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. James 1:19. So here's my question. Have you ever been in the talking to somebody and realized that they have not been actually listening to you the entire time? Or maybe you've been the one that kind of dropped the ball on this. You're halfway through a conversation, you go, dang it, I have no clue what they've said. That's you have your position where you're going, okay, do I interrupt them and say what and let the ball drop, or do I try to figure it out? Sometimes I do this thing where I try to record, like I recorded it and play it back and go, maybe, or one that I'm really guilty of and I really have to work hard on is assuming I know what they're going to say and come up with an answer while they're still talking. So I'm thinking about my answer while they're still talking instead of actually listening to what they say. Because, taking a second after someone asks a question to think about your answer, then that would just be inconvenient, and let them know that you actually care about what they're saying. Anyway, but we've been there. A Greek philosopher with a name that's epic. It's hard for me to say. Yeah, the first four letters is EPIC. So Epic once said, which is awesome because if Epic is going to have a quote, this is really great. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. In other words, listening is so much more important than a tool than speaking, which is exactly what James is talking about. James, the brother of Christ. We should rush to listen and slow down before speaking. It takes a certain level of maturity to actively listen to someone else, okay? But when we practice this, we truly and actively listen, okay? Active listening is kind of repeating things back and making sure you are understanding what they're saying. When something can be taken a couple different ways, you clarify it before you make any opinion or make your response. So it's active. It's you actually do things. You're part of the conversation while you're listening to make sure that you're listening correctly. We not only get a chance to show them respect, because that's one of the most respectful things you can do to someone is actually listen to them. But we grow in maturity in our own rights as well. Okay, so today I want you to when you find yourself in conversation with someone else, I want you to practice active listening. Okay, so make sure you understand what they're actively saying, especially in today's world of social media. When you're texting someone back and forth, sarcasm is really hard on text messages. I recommend don't doing sarcasm unless you put a little gif of sarcasm in the background so that they know, yeah, I'm being sarcastic, because it's just the message doesn't convey. Because so much of our communication is nonverbal. So make sure that you're clarifying what someone's saying before we react harshly or react at all. Because we want to make sure that we are showing them the respect they deserve, and in turn growing ourselves, and we'll be respected more for it. So I love you guys. Make sure you communicate clearly on both sides. Listen, because what they say just might be important. I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you soon.